Did you know that Justin Baldoni could speak to dead people? According to him, and according to his religion. Justin Baldoni is a member of the Baha'i community, the Baha'i faith, and they believe that they can directly talk to those that are no longer alive. That's a claim that he repeated to Blake Lively while working together on It Ends With Us. And making it even worse, he told her that he was speaking to her dead father. Blake Lively's complaint details this, reading, and I quote, "He claimed he could speak to the dead, and on several occasions told her that he had spoken to her dead father. It was off-putting and violative for Mr. Baldoni to claim a personal relationship with her recently deceased father." Lively's legal complaint also made some damning allegations about his proclivities to watch adult films and his producing partner. Production on their movie was interrupted due to the Hollywood writers' strike, but before then, she already felt very uncomfortable on the set, and she demanded changes or she would not return. There was a meeting where she addressed her concerns, and one of those topics discussed and written out verbatim in her legal complaint was, quote, "No more mention of Mr. Baldoni's or Mr. Heath's," his producing partner, "previous pornography addiction or Blake Lively's lack of pornography consumption to BL or to other crew members." Which is a little weird, right? But not for Justin Baldoni. He is a recovering porn addict and likes talking about it. But there's a time and a place. In an interview, yes. On the film set, especially with a film about DV, I don't know. He has spoken very openly about his past with adult films. During a July 2021 appearance on the A Life of Greatness podcast, Justin Baldoni confessed, quote, "I was introduced to corn when I was 10 years old, long before I ever, could have an," rhymes with direction, "or even knew how I felt about anything. It was, like any young boy who sees boobs for the first time. It's exciting because our culture has shielded them from us because they're sexualized. It's cultural. You go to places like Africa and different tribes, and the breast is the breast. We've sexualized this thing. So, of course, it becomes fascinating and interesting, and you're like, oh my God, boobs. And then, hormones start raging. And this turned into a thing where he felt like he depended on corn, needed it. He explains, "I sought refuge in corn when I felt alone, or when I felt abandoned, or when I felt hurt, or something like that, because it was a dopamine rush. I didn't know that then. At an early age, I trained my brain to deal with pain with the dopamine hit." He says that when he was younger, he didn't drink or take substances, but that corn was his vice. Quote, "I found myself over the course of my life going back to looking at images and videos of undressed women when I was feeling necessarily bad about myself. And I knew that it was an issue for me when I would tell myself that I didn't want to do that." But it wasn't just limited to that either. Oh God. In her complaint, Blake Lively alleges that he also would talk about having S to the E to the X with his wife. Why would you do that? I mean, maybe that's something that guys do with other guys, but here's the list of some of the other things that Blake Lively demanded Justin Baldoni stop doing. I mentioned the talk about corn. Yesterday, I also mentioned the alleged showing of undressed images and videos of women, including his producer's wife. Quote, no more discussion to BL and or her employees about personal experiences with sex, including as it relates to spouses and or others. No more mention to BL or her employees of personal times that physical consent was not given in sexual acts as either the abuser and the abused. Wait, what? Oh my God. No more description of their own genitalia to BL. What? He would describe it? What? Why? Why? There's familiarity, and then there's a little getting too comfortable with your coworkers. No more jokes or disparaging comments to be made to BL and or her employees about HR complaints or about missing the HR meeting. He joked, though, he must have missed the HR meeting. No more personal, physical touching of or sexual comments by Mr. Baldoni or Mr. Heath to be tolerated by BL and or any of her employees, as well as any female cast or crew without their express consent. No more improvising of kissing. All intimate touch must be choreographed in advance with BL and an intimacy coordinator. No biting or sucking of lip without BL consent. No more adding of intimate scenes. And so on and so forth. Oh my gosh. Wow. And just to reiterate, Justin Baldoni's lawyer has denied, saying that this complaint, a precursor to a lawsuit, is just an attempt by Blake Lively to rehab her image. Normally, I would predict that this would get settled out of court, but I don't know if that's the case here. I'm not sure if Blake Lively is just suing for money. She doesn't need the money. She's wealthy on her own and is married to Ryan Reynolds. I think she's suing because she wants the truth out there. And she's got the cast backing her. She's got the author that the film is based on backing her. She's got Sony, the film's distributor, backing her. She wants the truth out there, and the truth does not look good for Justin Baldoni. She's got emails, texts, receipts. So this has been a lot. Thoughts? Let me know in the comment section.